Okay guys, now we're on the Chinese video here, Chinese lesson. So before we did Japanese, okay? And I realized before that it was hard to see the small board. So what I've done, I've decided to go ahead and include the transcript there with the video. So those of you who can't see this clearly, just go ahead and refer back to the script, because everything is going to come from there, so you shouldn't miss it. Okay, so yeah, let's see, first thing we have, let me see, I'll start off with the characters, talk about the characters. Now we're using simplified characters here, and as you guys know that in Chinese they use both simplified and traditional characters, and most of the time they use the simplified characters in mainland China. Okay, mainland China, those of you who don't know about mainland China, you like Shanghai, Beijing, Xinjiang, all those places you've heard of. I'm pretty sure maybe you guys have heard of Beijing, that's the capital. That's like mainland China. But now you go to places like Taiwan, they use traditional characters, and they don't use, if you go to Taiwan, you will never see simplified characters. They don't use simplified characters. Okay, so which one should I learn? That's the question. Well, to be honest, I will advise you guys to learn both. Okay, and the reason I say that is because you never know what's going to happen in the future. Like, you may say, well, I just want to learn the simplified characters for now. Just traditional characters, they're too hard for me. I don't want to learn them. I want to learn simplified. That's fine. You go to mainland China and live over there and work, and you don't think that you're going to be using those traditional characters. But what if you meet someone from, let's say, Taiwan? Like, you happen to meet some Taiwanese friends, and let's say in the internet, you go to chat room and you meet some Taiwanese people, and you start talking with them in Chinese, and they type back to you in traditional. You're going to be dumbfounded, because you're like, wow, I never learned. What is this? I never learned these traditional characters. So that's why it's just stay on the safe side and learn both. Okay, I know it's tough, but you should do it. Okay, so basically what I've done here, I just started off with the simplified characters. But what I want to do in the second part and in the future videos, I'm going to write both the simplified and traditional. I will have the simplified like this, and I'll have the traditional under them. Same pronunciation, but just both sets of characters. Okay. So another thing that's beneficial for learning traditional characters, for those of you who are learning Japanese, they use traditional characters. They have some simplified characters, but mainly traditional characters. Okay, so that's another beneficial point of learning those traditional characters. Okay, so let's see, is there anything else I need to tell you before I get started? Oh, another thing, the tones. Okay, so this is going to be a little bit more complicated than Japanese. Japanese, the pronunciation is simple. Okay, it's so easy. You don't really have to worry about pronunciation problems. But see, when you come over here to Chinese, it's a whole new ball game. You have to learn you have to learn the tones, and you have to learn how to pronounce these words. Okay, and in Chinese they have 5 tones. So what I'm going to do for you guys is I'm going to make that video response. Well, I've already made the video, but there's a video I made a while back where I went into detail about these tones. And I will advise you guys to watch that video after you have watched this one, okay? Because I think it will be very beneficial for you. So in this video, I'm just going to jump to it. I'm not going to really spend a lot of time talking about tones, because I've made that video already. So in the meantime, you guys can just follow along with me and just listen to me pronounce the words clearly, and you can mimic it, okay? So let's see, is that it? All right. So okay, so Chinese has 5 tones, and this content here basically is the same. It's the exact same as the Japanese content. Someone's asking me why you want to learn Chinese, and you're just giving them some possible responses. Okay, so same thing, just different language. All right, and if you guys have any questions anytime, just because I'm going to be posting this up over on shoryuken.com. You can either ask me over there on the forums, or you can ask me in the video, okay? I get real busy during the week, so if I don't respond to you like during the week, I will get to you ASAP, okay? So don't expect me to respond right away, because sometimes I get real busy. So other than that, okay, I know I said I wasn't going to go into detail about the tone. Let me just talk about one thing. Okay, so Chinese has 5 tones, and pinyin. Okay, this is this pinyin system, the Romanized. Before we talked about Romaji, now we're dealing with pinyin. They call it pinyin in Chinese Mandarin. Okay, and they have these 5 tones. You have this line here is the first tone, then you have the rising tone, falling rising tone, and then you have the falling tone. That's the first, second, third, fourth, and the 5th tone. When you look up in the dictionary, they don't have a mark for pinyin telling you that it's the 5th tone. It's basically there's no mark. Okay, for example, this here, ba ba, ba ba, ba ba. So this is first tone, ba ba, and this is the 5th tone, ba ba. Okay, this means father, by the way, ba ba. That means father. Okay. However, in the Bopomofo, they have the Bopomofo system, which is used in Taiwan. It's a phonetic system. It's like pinyin, but they use phonetics. Okay. And when they mark their tones, they use the same. Okay, they use these 4 tone, but for the 5th tone, they have this special dot here telling you that it's 5th tone. Like if you decide to type traditional characters using Bopomofo, when you want to get, like, if you want to type ba ba, you will have to type first of all ba, and then you have to find the tone for that, and then ba. When you want the 5th tone, you have to, there's a mark on the keyboard, dot, just like that. And when you tap that, the second part will come up. It's pretty cool, and to be honest, I think the Bopomofo method is probably better than pinyin, because the tonations, it helps you with tones. You have to, when you type, you have to know exactly what tone the character is when you type. You can't just type in anything like pinyin. I can type in ba ba, and then the bar will come up, and it will show you the actual characters, and then you can just choose, and that's it. You don't have to mark it with a tone or whatnot. It's just it just pops up. Okay, so I just wanted to give you guys some information about that, and yeah, let's get started here. I spent 7 minutes already talking about that, but that's important. You guys need to know. So, okay, so the first thing here we have why. All right, and in Chinese they say 为什么, 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 why, 为什么. Okay, so why? Now, first sentence here, we have 你, I'll read slow for you. 你为什么对中文感兴趣呢? 你为什么对中文感兴趣呢? So, the literal translation of this is why towards Chinese, 感兴趣, feel interested. No? Why do you feel interested in Chinese? Why? Why do you feel interested in Chinese? Okay, that's what someone may ask you. Alright, that's a possible question there. Now, this na, that is a question particle. Okay, and in Chinese they have several question particles, but we're going to focus on this one for now. Well, I'll give you an example using the yes or no one. Now, if I ask you 你好吗, 你好吗, if I ask you that, that's asking are you good? Like, how are you? Are you good? 你好吗? Ni is you, and hao, 你好吗? Hao is good, and ma is a question particle. So I'm expecting a yes or no, okay? A yes or no answer, and you tell me if you're good or not. That's what that is. 你好吗? Now, the na here is different. This na is it. If I use na, I'm not expecting a yes or no. I'm expecting a variety of responses. It could be anything. Like here, someone asks you, why are you interested? Why do you feel interested in Chinese? You could tell me there could be a number of reasons. You could tell me that you're interested in Chinese because one day you plan to go to China. You could tell me you're interested in Chinese because your wife is Chinese. You plan to work. it could be anything. That's when you use na. It tells you that's you're expecting. It could be any answer, not yes or no, but any response, I should say. Okay, so keep that in mind. You will see that as we go further. So just for now, just memorize that. Okay, so 你为什么对中文感兴趣呢? Why are you interested in Chinese? Or why do you feel interested in Chinese? So again, 你 is you, 为什么 that is why, 对 that means to, like to something, 对中文 like to Chinese, 感 now 感 this means to feel, 感 and then 兴趣 that means interest, and of course that's the na, the question particle. Okay, I might as well tell you now. This here, this 对, it has another meaning. It means right or correct. Like if you said something like and it was right, I'll say, oh 对 你说的对 你说的对了 你说的对了 you said it correctly 对. I just felt I need to tell you guys that. So 对 it means correct. Okay. All right. So why are you interested in, or why do you feel interested in Chinese? Now our response here, we respond like this. 因为 oops, I have Japanese here still. We're not doing Japanese now. It should be 中文. I'm gonna have to change this on the script too. So 因为中文很有意思，而且我小的时候我老是想去 oops 中国 still got Japan on here. Okay, 中国 and my stroke order is not good. Okay, that's been acknowledged before. Okay, before someone said something. So let me read it again. So 因为中文 if you guys can see that it's the same as this one. So 因为中文很有意思，而且我小的时候我老是想去中国。Okay, so 因为中文很有意思，而且我小的时候我老是想去中国。So I'll give you the literal translation first. So 因为 is because 因为中文 Chinese because Chinese 很 very 很 that means very 有 this 有 means is. Remember in the Japanese when we said this meant like the aru arimasu, this is the kanji for that. This means have. So 很有意思means meaning. So it very has meaning. 而且 that means and. 我 小 is small. 小的时候 but in this context 小 when you say 我小的时候 that means when I was small, when I was a child, when I was younger. 我小的时候我老是 again 我 is I or me. 老是 this means always. 老是想 the 想 that means like wanted. You would want to do something. 想去 that means go, and 中国 that means China. 中国 so 去中国 and it's very simple because they don't unlike Japanese, they have particles. Like when you say you want to go to some place, you use the ni. See, in Chinese, it's just it's like go China. So it's because Chinese very has meaning and I small when I always want go China. You see, that's the grammar is very simple compared to Japanese. So back to this, maybe back up here because I know this was weird. When you say 很有意思, Okay, first of all, 有意思, when something has a meaning, that means it's interesting. So 有意思 means interesting. Okay, so when you add 很有意思, that means very interesting. So 很 is very. 而且, this here, 而且, okay, 而且, that means and. When you want to say and, blah 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 blah. Not like Chinese and Japanese. This is the other and. This is the conjunction and. So and 我小的时候. So when you want to say when something like 我小的时候, when I was small, you add 的时候, 的时候, 的时候. I'll give you another example using this 的时候. Right here, when you say when, 的时候, I'll jump from here. Let's start from here. 我, and let's move all the way over here. 我去, because we said 去 means to go, right? So 我去中国, and if you add 的时候, like that, you see? Let me try to write this. 我去中国的时, I'm not gonna be able to fit it on here. 的时, okay, so that 后 there, okay. 我去中国的时候, I'll just write it there. Okay, so 我去中国的时候. So 我去中国的时候, that means when I go to China. I just wanted to use this as an example to show you guys that here 我小的时候, that means when, like when something, like when I go to China, when I play Street Fighter or something like that. 的时候, so 我小的时候, 我老是想去中国. So when I was small, I always wanted to go to China. All right. So I'll read it one more time and translate it one more time. Okay, so 因为 中文很有意思，而且我小的时候我老是想去中国. So because it's saying because Chinese is very interesting, and when I was small, I always wanted to go to China. And here's the pinyin for it. Okay? So, I know the pronunciation is tough, but just bear with me and just listen to me when I pronounce the words. Let's follow along, okay? Okay, so that's one response. Now, here is the second response. Okay, it's right here. Okay. So let me read it. So, 我对日本的游戏感兴趣. Oh, did I forget something? Wait, 感兴. Uh-oh. 感兴趣. Something is missing here. 我对游戏感兴. Oh yeah. Okay. I'm missing this character here. Wasn't paying attention when I wrote it. Oh man, this is a tough character to write too. Okay, this character I forgot the second part of this. This one here we had before. 感兴趣. I forgot the 趣. Okay, so 我对日本的游戏感兴趣，而且有一天我想跟打电动的日本人挑战。OK， 我对日本的游戏感兴趣，而且有一天我想跟打电动的日本人挑战。OK， Okay, I'll give you guys the literal translation of that. Okay, so here's that 对 again. Remember before we said 对, it meant correct or to something. So 我对日本的游戏. So 我对日本的游戏. So I to Japanese games. So this here, like in Japanese we had no, like Nihongo no game or Nihon no game. We had Nihon no game, the Japanese games. Now we have 日本的游戏. 日本的游戏. So this "the" here is the possession. Okay, and like I said before, this is basic grammar. Okay, I want to make it seem like we're having grammar lessons here because we're not. This is just basic grammar. I want you guys to just get the concept of this basic stuff. So "the" here is it's a possession. So 日本的游戏, and 游戏, this means a game. Okay, this means game. All right, referring to video games. So 游戏 game. So我对 so I to Japanese games 感兴趣. We had 感兴趣 before, which meant feel interested. So 感兴趣. So towards these games, these Japanese games, feel interested. Okay, and I'll give you an example with the "the" here. Okay, for example, if I say 我 的 my, if I say 我 that means I or me. So and then if I say 我的 that means my. So if I say 我的名字 that means my name. 我的名字 my name. So Japanese game, the games of Japan, 感兴趣而且 and 有一天 that means and one day, have, this is like has, one day, 我想 we had that before, like I would like, 跟 that means with, 跟打电动. When you say 打电动, that when you say 打电动, that means to play video, like play the game, like when you literally playing the game, 打电动. Okay, 打电动. So 打电动的日本人. So here's that "the" again. That's the possession. So with the Japanese players, but in China, yeah, it's like with the Japanese players. So 打电动的日本人. That's the video games played. Let's see, the video games that are played by the Japanese, of the Japanese. That's what the "the" signifies here. So 打电动的日本人挑战 this 挑战 this means to challenge someone. And there's something very interesting about this 挑战. If you go back and look at the chosen, Japanese for challenge, chosen-suru, this is the same character, but if you realize, like if you notice this, chosen, this is the simplified version of the traditional chosen. Go back and look at that. Go look at your script and find challenge for Japanese. Same character, but the one in Japanese is the traditional one. The first character looked the same, but the second part is different because this is a simplified character. So 挑战, okay? So challenge. So 打电动的日本人挑战. So challenge. So跟 back up here with the 打电动的日本人 with the Japanese people who are playing these games 挑战 to challenge. So I'll read it again and I'll translate it and give you a real translation. So 我对日本的游戏感兴趣，而且有一天我想跟打电动的日本人挑战. So I am interested in the Japanese games, and one day I would like to challenge the Japanese players. That's what the real translation is. Okay. So I hope that wasn't that complicated for you guys. I tried to explain it here clear for you. Let's see. I feel that there was something else I wanted to. So yeah. So 而且有一天. So have one day. That means one day. 有一天. Okay. Now, what's next? Okay, and that's it for that. Now, over on the small board, I have one more response, and you guys already know what that is. It's the same as the Japanese one. Now, I know it's probably difficult to read these characters on this board, but like I said, you guys have the script. Just go back and look at the script, and you will see it. This is the last response. Okay? So, now, this is what we have. Let me read it first. 但是我觉得呢，如果你尝试跟日本的打电动的人 ，OK， 日本的打电动的人挑战的话，你一定要输了 ，OK。但是我觉得呢，如果你尝试跟日本的打电动的人挑战的话，你一定要输了。Okay, this is the same thing as we had in Japanese. So it means, but I feel that, but 但是 but 我觉得 I feel or I think 呢，我觉得呢，如果 if 如果 means if 如果你尝试 so if you 尝试 that means try 如果你尝试跟 with 日本的打电动的人 so you try with the people those Japanese players the people those players that play the games 日本的打电动的人挑战的话挑战 that means to challenge 的话 so this the 话 here goes with done or 如果 whenever you say 如果 blah 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 的话 when you say if for example if I say 如果我去中国的话如果我去中国的话如果我去中国 if I go to China see 如果我去中国的话 you can actually drop off the 话 but you will see that and hear that a lot so 如果 and blah 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 的话 those two go together 如果 and 的话 you just put whatever you want to say if this happens 的话如果我去中国的话 if I go to China okay so let's see 日本的打电动的人挑战的话你一定要输了 so 你 you 一定 this means certainly 一定要and 要 means going to you're certainly going to 你一定要输了 that means lose 输 that means to lose okay so yeah that's that and yeah let's see I need to break some stuff down so 但是 so 但是 this means but together 但是我觉得 I feel 觉得呢如果 if 如果你 you 尝试 try 尝试跟 with 日本 Japan 的打电动的人 like those Japanese players those Japanese gamers 挑战 there's challenge 的话 and that goes with 如果 if 你一定要输了 you certainly are going to lose 输了 that means to lose okay so yeah that's what that is there and it's if this is your first time touching Chinese yeah it's complicated but like I told you guys before if you really want to do this if you're serious let's get into this because this is good stuff and if you stay consistent you will get good results I'm telling you and you never know what it's going to do for you in the future so yeah just we're going to have a series for Japanese and Chinese this is serious it's not a joke I'm trying to get you guys into learning these languages because for me it's been very enriching I've had a lot of good experience learning languages and I believe those of you who are interested but haven't started don't have any type of experience I think you guys can have, and you know, this stuff can enrich you guys' lives as well. So trust me when I tell you this, it's a great thing. It's not a waste of time. So when people telling you, man, why you want to learn Chinese, why you want to learn Japanese, don't listen to them, because they don't understand. People don't understand. They they look at things, they say, oh, I don't understand why this guy wants to do this. If you want to do this, let's do it, because it's good stuff, and it's very beneficial, and you'll get a lot out of it. Trust me, I've got a lot out of this language learning stuff. Okay, and I'm just trying to give back to the community, and just trying to show other people that they can do the same thing I've been doing for over the past 10 years. You see, I've been doing this for a long time, and I'm going to keep. This is going to be a lifetime thing for me. I'm going to keep doing it. So I feel real happy when I can get other people into learning these languages, because you guys have no idea what's lying in the future for you, for putting this effort in here and actually getting outside the box and learning something else new. So yeah, that's pretty much it. And like I said, I got the script here. I will include that with the video, and if you guys have any questions, just let me know, and I'll get back to you ASAP. I get busy, but I always try to get back to my responses. Alright, so yeah, this is the end for this first Chinese video, and like I said, maybe next week I will make another one. I will start on the second one for Japanese, the second one for Chinese, and just follow along with me. And as we go, you know, as we continue with the series, you guys will start understanding things. Things will start making sense. You say, oh, okay, that's why it's like this, like that. If it's complicated now, don't worry about it. Just kind of absorb everything here. All right. So let me see. I will also post some useful links where you guys can go practice languages. Very good links. And yeah. So and another thing, those of you who've also, like, maybe you guys, there are some people who've been studying languages as well. If you guys are experienced, hey, bring what you got. Bring it to the table. Like, if you guys have links or any type of resources that we can use for learning these languages, post them up. You know, put them in the tell us about them. Or if you can't post a link up in the description or the forum, send me a private message, and I'll make a video about it, and I will post it up in the description area. Okay. All right. So this is it. I'm going to conclude this video, and I look forward to you guys' comments, and I hope you guys enjoy learning Chinese and Japanese. We'll have a lot more coming. Thanks for viewing the video.